There is nothing Avatar fans love more than a good, complex, and powerful villain. So, what if we put two of the strongest villains in the Avatar universe against each other? You're watching Avatar Discussions, and this is Azula versus Kuvira. For today's discussion, we're going to be looking at skill and bending alone. While Kuvira's army and spirit weapons are cool, we are going to have to disregard them. Azula is Princess of the Fire Nation, daughter of the Fire Lord, and one of the youngest prodigies we see in this series. In fact, she's so advanced that her fire has turned blue, and she has learned the art and sub-skill of lightning production. And then we have Kuvira. Kuvira is a metalbender from Zaofu. Originally, she was captain of the Beifong Zaofu Guard after having been taken in by Su Lin. After some time, when the Earth Queen died and somebody needed to step up to rule the Earth Kingdom, and Su Lin refused, Kuvira broke from Zaofu and formed her own army. This army went on to form the New Earth Empire, replacing the Earth Kingdom and putting Kuvira at the top of whatever government they had. To decide who wins this battle of the Benders, we're going to take a look at each of their best fights, and see how they fight, then determine who would beat the other. Azula's best fight was hands down the fight in Ba Sing Se. She worked together with her brother to bring the Avatar down. Every type of bending that could possibly be used was seen in this battle. The water whips of Katara cancelled Azula's fire. The fire of Zuko cancelled out Katara's water. Aang surfed on a wave of rocks and shot an air blast into someone's face, shaped like his body. After a few agonizing moments, Aang entered the Avatar state, but was sadly stricken by lightning, ending the fight. This lightning was obviously dealt by Azula. In The Legend of Korra, Korra battled Kuvira 2 times, but it was the first fight that we believe to be the better of the two. The precise movements of Kuvira contrasted with the brutal assaults of Korra, and it was mesmerizing to watch. With the assistance of the Avatar state as well, Korra almost defeated Kuvira. However, as Korra was still stressed from the events of the 4th season, she fell from the Avatar state. She was able to defeat Korra, all by herself, keeping her devilish smirk throughout the entire fight. Now, we need to look at a few more things before we make our final decision. Azula never fought against a metalbender before, and while we see fire somehow break through rocks semi-easily, we never really see it do anything to metal. We don't have much opportunity to see it in action, but it makes sense it wouldn't do much. We honestly don't see anyone making fire hot enough to melt through metal except with prolonged contact, perhaps. That means Kuvira has a weapon against Azula that she really has no defense for, except dodging, and therefore has an edge. But Azula's lightning would be conducted by Kuvira's metal, which could easily kill her. Azula is arguably more skilled. She's the only firebender we see with the blue flame and takes on multiple members of the Avatar team at the same time, pretty often, and fares quite well. Even without bending, she did incredibly well, but we don't think the gap is very huge since we also see Kuvira slaughter pretty much anyone she goes against. So, who is it? Who wins this bender battle? We're going to have to give it to Kuvira. If Azula had like 15 more years to practice like Kuvira had, I could see that being enough to shift in Azula's favor. It would definitely be a long and tough fight though. It is very likely that Azula could go through the whole fight dodging Kuvira's attacks, much like we see her dodge attacks in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Kuvira would likely just defend herself with rock armor and rock barriers, and fling rock and metal around like crazy until Azula is eventually hit. Azula, however, can defend against this too with her flame dome, but it seems like that'd take a lot more out of her than Kuvira's rock defense, which is just there versus actively being created each time she needs to use it. So, what do you think? We'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. Until next time, stay flamin'!